Tristor, are you here? Ah, there you are. And to stage.
Okay. Can you
Yay,
hear me?
I can.
Yeah.
Um, I I don't know why, but um, I had to delete some videos to make
Okay.
room for us.
Yeah.
So do we want to just stay here, or do we want to take a deep breath?
Well, yeah, we can stay here. We can stay here. It's great to hear your voice. Um,
Yeah,
the problem is I thought my markers would be on in my studio,
okay,
but but now I can't find them anywhere. And I have like these. This is basically my palette that I can work with.
okay. Do you have
So
your, do you
I have very limited palette, and then this grayscale. So
well,
so I can do my best work,
do you
which
have,
really
your fountain,
stresses me out
fountain
because I was ready to, showcase my technique.
do you have your fountain pen?
I don't know in what condition they are. I haven't used them
Okay,
in a while, so I don't know if I have time to kind of wake them up and find the ink and
I
all
see.
that.
What
Yeah,
about just
I'm
a
so
plain?
yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. What about a plain black pencil and all that kind of stuff? I mean, you're,
Well,
you're,
I have like grayscale markers. Like I have my brush markers,
okay,
like
okay,
different shades of
okay,
gray, so I can do something like that.
okay.
But
That's good.
but it's not what we discussed.
That's
So
okay.
yeah,
Well, this has been 7 years in the making,
yeah, yeah.
at least.
I don't know. Do you have like million fans joining us? At noon. Like, do we have to start it at noon?
So, anyway, one of the things I thought I would do is, and we can, none of, I told people that I would start at noon, so that's not until another little bit longer, but that's okay. People can join us later. What
Yeah.
I wanted to do, Tristor, is sort of uh, show or explain to them how I got to know you through seeing your
Yeah.
marvelous art on
Yeah.
Instagram. And
Yeah.
I was just fascinated by how you drew um, in black and white
Mm.
using markers and whiteout and ink and paint.
Mm-hmm.
And it just was amazing to me to see. And I thought it would be fun if you and I could draw the same image as
Yeah, I know.
we
I know.
planned.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
Yes.
this to our my guests that will see this later. I'm not.
Okay.
I know that you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is for the people that aren't here yet. Um,
Perfect.
what I'd also, while you're getting ready, I wanted to, if you don't mind, we can talk about your bathroom selfie book.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Do you have a copy of it there?
Yes, I do have one here.
Okay. Um, I can also show images from it from your Instagram page, which are censored,
Yeah.
whereas your book is not censored.
Yeah.
Um, but that's what it looks like. And so while we're waiting for other people to join us, so how did that start? How did that idea start?
Well, the bathroom selfies started. I was on a vacation on Canary
Uh-huh.
Islands on Tenerife, and I had been uh, doing my erotic art on my Instagram account for maybe 4 years already
Yeah,
back then.
yeah,
And when you start to make nude portraits online, you start to get these requests like, "Hey, please, can I
yeah.
model for you? Do you need models?"
Uh-huh.
And
I
usually
have
as yeah,
I have the same thing. I do the same thing as
yeah,
Tristor in this way. So
yeah.
um,
So that's one thing, and usually as an artist, of course, I prefer doing commissions, like paid commissions, than just freebies on social
Yes,
media.
of
So
course.
my answer usually is like, well, you can always commission a piece and commission a portrait,
Yeah,
and and then but then I was on this holiday I was talking about,
yeah,
and I had a free day at the pool, and I had my sketchbook there and my markers, like these kind of color markers,
yeah,
uh, and I just needed a subject matter for my sketching. So
yeah,
so I decided like, okay, now I'm gonna give a chance to my fans to send me their photos for my reference for my sketching.
yeah,
And then I started to think like, what is the theme uh, that people already have nude selfies on their phones? And then I thought, well, everybody takes selfies in front of a mirror in
yes,
bathrooms. Like bathroom
yes,
selfies is a concept. Like
yeah,
the people who want to show their naked body online, they take selfies in the
yes,
bathroom. So there came the theme of bathroom selfies. And when I started to think it even further, I thought like bathroom is a nice concept because it's a private space. We go there usually alone to clean
usually.
ourselves. Yeah,
Uh,
usually like to clean ourselves, to reflect, to see if we have something in between our teeth or whatever. Like
yes, we're
it's like a very private space, but also everybody goes there. Everybody needs to go to toilet, and
yeah,
everybody needs to get in the shower and whatever. So
yeah,
so it's like common but still private. So I really not like that dynamics. So then I sent this concept to my followers on Instagram on the Instagram stories, and then I was surprised how many wanted to participate. Like
yeah,
I set the rule for myself. I draw each and every photo I get,
yep,
and in the order I get them, and I set time cap like 2 days. Like if you send a photo today and tomorrow, then I'll make a portrait of you.
okay.
Yeah,
Well,
that
let me,
was kind of the concept. Yeah.
yeah, let me interrupt just for a second because that's sort of what when you started talking about doing portraits for commissions and things like that, I can understand that because people always ask me.
Mm,
I'm almost always, do one drawing of them the way I like, but if they then want me to draw a different one and they send me a really stupid picture or so, I'm not interested by every picture people send me, only by some. And but anyway, I love the fact that you turned this. Okay, thank you. Turned this request into you're now in control. You're deciding,
yes.
okay, I'm going to use your picture. I'm going to draw you, and you're going to be part of my art project that I'm going to publish. So take it or leave it.
Yeah, yeah, and also I feel it's also like collaborative project
It is a
with
collab.
with my models. So I
Yeah,
don't take all the power from them because the first question I usually get when people want to
yeah,
take part of the project is like, what kind of photo I should send? Like,
yeah,
what do you
yeah,
need? Like, tell me anything and I take a photo for you. And then the answer is like, I tell to my models, like, no, you take the photo. You
yeah,
get like, I want you to feel safe in the photo. I want you
yeah,
to feel beautiful and handsome and whatever. You can choose the how to crop the image.
yeah,
You choose if you even want to be naked
yeah,
or whatever,
with a
and then
towel, whatever.
yeah, and after that, like after you send the photo to me, then
Then it's up. Then you're in charge.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, then I'm in
So
charge how I interpret the photo.
yes, yes.
um
One of the things that I also like about, and I didn't know this before, you told me, but I love the fact that you do them in order
yeah,
and you do every one you get. What I like about that series and about many of the drawings you do, I mean,
yeah,
every artist who draws,
here
we'll
there,
call it erotica for lack of a better
yeah,
word. We all
yeah,
have our particular taste in the
yep,
sort of person we want to draw. But the idea where you're saying chance is going to decide it. I have to draw everyone. It could be a skinny twink. It could be
Mm,
a 70-year-old fat man.
mm,
And you're going to treat them all equally. And I
yeah.
love the fact that your drawings, your images in that book are not
Mm,
all the same kind of person. I like
yeah.
democratic uh, uh, view you placed in that book. Um, and I'm going to show them the first picture you did of me. Can I do
Mm,
that?
yeah. Of course.
So I sent a picture to Tristor. I loved his artwork, and I loved how he would take black and white and had the ability to draw shadows and muscles and fur and tattoos, and if the body was wet, reflections, and put all of that together and use only less than 100 marks to make all of that happen. Because you're very you're not hiding the mark making. You can count how many lines you use to make a picture. Whereas if you look at a Rembrandt etching, that has hundreds of thousands of lines in it, and they're all so
Yeah.
tiny, and it looks like a grayscale. But with your drawings, you can see immediately every single mark you make. And I love that about your drawings. So anyway, I sent him a picture that I took, and it's a kind of pose that I tend to like. It's the Colossus of Rhodes pose. Now, for those of you that don't know your ancient history, the Colossus of Rhodes was a statue that uh, here's the entrance to Rhodes. Here's Rhodes in the background. There are the mountains. I don't know if they have that. And there's the shipping port over here. And then they decided to put this huge statue of a naked man with his legs straddling the the port from the sea. So he's standing here like this, and they go underneath his legs. And I thought, I I love that idea. I keep on, sailing out to here and then forgetting my keys and having to go back. I just never leave. I don't be underneath those. So anyway, I took a picture in that sort of pose that my cat would see when I come out of the shower. So here's what it looked like. So remember this, Tristor?
Yes. Yes. Of course. I
And
remember it.
but it's just this zigzag and I'll just zoom in, making sure you don't see the dirty bits. But look at that face and where he can draw the shadow. And I I imagine I have a muscle here or there, but it's mainly just the shadow and sort of fat and fur. Like the way you drew my leg there, it looks like I'm a greyhound or a wolf dog, or something. But I
Yeah.
love the way you drew that. So anyway,
Yeah.
we have two
It's
visitors. We have
yeah.
two visitors. We have Levin, whose pens are right here. Levin lives in Germany, and he buys these pens in America, and
Yeah. Gorgeous pen.
he ships them to
Beautiful.
America to a friend of his, and she shipped them to me to make sure to look at them and to fix them. They'll get back to him shortly. Um, and also Goro is watching us, another pen collector who's
Yeah.
a writer, and he's doing the same thing here with these pens. So anyway, so Tristor and I are now with our two various talents are going to draw this from the same image. A rather beefcake guy who's we're drawing him. He's not going to be naked, so we don't have to hide the little dirty bits. And we're going to start drawing. So let me go get my reference drawing so I can start.
Yeah, I still need to open my laptop too.
I was just told from Levin not to
Yeah,
reduce him to material to being just all about materialism.
prepare for a while.
Levin is a very talented artist himself. He's now studying woodworking or wood sculpture um, in Bavaria, not Bavaria, Berchtesgaden, which is where Hitler had his little summer home. But anyway, he's in the school studying woodworking, and he also does beautiful drawings, beautiful watercolors. So, I also consider him a friend. So, uh, and Goro is reminding Levin that having pens and using pens does not make you a materialist. Okay, so um, let's. I'm going to get my iPad that has the image that we're going to draw. We won't show the
Yep,
actual photo because we don't have permission to do that from the artist, from the model,
from the
but
model.
we
Yeah.
do have permission from the model to draw him. And maybe at some point I can show the picture at some point. But it's it's the guy is very muscular, very solid. He's probably 50, would you say, Tristor?
Yeah, something like that. But
50,
very,
and he's
very, very athletic guy.
uh, yeah, but he's not skinny at all. He's not a tennis
No, no.
player. He's sort of more of a hockey player build than a football
Yeah.
player build. And so he has lots of muscles. He doesn't have fur to very much, except where it normally is seen. And he doesn't have any tattoos. Tristor, I was going to say that we could draw him with a little heart tattoo with T and P, Tristor and Pierre. So
TP.
we
Yeah,
could do that.
those are the initials of my mom. So
Okay, so I'll be right back, Tristor.
yeah, yeah,
And I want to show what Tristor looks like. I'm going to show the picture when we met. We met in years after I saw him online. We met in person by chance, almost in Minnesota.
yeah.
He was there with his husband on a trip to a Finnish
It was
cultural
like a cultural fest. Yeah, like a Fin
yeah,
fest
and then
for Finnish Americans.
Finnish Americans,
Yeah.
and I said, well, you're going to be in Duluth. That's only an hour away from me. So I went to visit with him. We spent an hour having lunch, and then we went out to draw for a little bit, and then we had a couple of beers. And then after that, I met him a few years later in California. And Tristor, well, I'm getting my thing. Why don't you say what that was about?
Just a sec.
Okay.
Yeah. So we met in Los Angeles. I was living in an artist residency at Tom House. Tom House is owned by the Tom of Finland Foundation. Uh, there is this huge uh, gay and queer art archives there, and it used to be the home of Touko Laaksonen, as who we know better as Tom of Finland. So there's this artist residency program for gay and queer artists. They can host 3 artists at a time, and the residency is a 3-month project that we needed to first apply for. So it was a very great opportunity for me to work as a full time as an artist and develop my craft and network and also study the archives at the house. There's a relatively big library of gay art also, and of
And
course there's yeah.
what I loved about seeing his house, I don't really like Tom of Finland's published art very much because it was all very too slick. But I
Mm,
going to that house and seeing the sketches and the pencil sketches, they were just so amazing to me. There's so much more warmth to those pictures than in the other ones. So this is what
Yeah.
Tristor's the handsome one. I'm the old man. So anyway, here we are at the Tom of Finland house. Uh,
Yeah.
um, just before I left to go to the airport to come back here. Um, and you also told me when you were there already for almost a month,
Yeah.
I think you said, and you said you still hadn't, I think maybe the trauma of moving, it took you a long time to get going. Wasn't that true?
Yeah.
Didn't you say that?
Yeah. Also, there was so much to see. That was my first time in California altogether. So kind of course, the jet lag from Finland is quite a thing to pull through. At least it
Uh,
was for me. And the first month of my 3 month residency, I did uh, study the house and the archives and the library, but
uh,
also went to the clubs and saw how the scene there was, and also contacted models that would later on my stay there model for me. So,
uh-huh.
and I was doing sketches. I was working with my bathroom project, bathroom selfies project. I did have my reference photos for that
Yeah.
project with me, but also I was kind of figuring out some ways of expanding my work, making bigger, larger scale paintings with acrylics and such.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I mean, normally the size of,
yeah,
yeah, normally the size of drawings you do are the size more or less of that paper there, right? Or even
yeah,
smaller.
yeah.
The
Well, this
bathroom
is the,
self.
this yeah, this is the size of bathroom selfies.
Can you show
So
us
it's
one of
like
the original paintings? Just go through
uh,
the page.
let's see. Well, there's
So,
this isn't part of the series, but basically
can
this
you
is the size.
can you zoom in on
Yeah.
that really close, just to so you see there's all these different marks, and some represent muscle, some represent fur. Of course, that human is not orange and yellow and
Mm,
green. You're using all sorts of great colors to describe the figure,
yeah.
and that's just really fun. So
Yeah.
uh,
Thank you.
now, and also looking at the painting you were doing, that was really fun to see too. And
Hmm.
you were doing also things in, because I gave you pens to use,
Yep.
and you were using vintage fountain pens for the first time, I think, then too, with ink
Yeah.
washes.
So
So
these are the pens I had at the residency. Yeah. There
yeah.
was some problems with the cap, so I needed to tape it. But yeah,
Oh dear. Okay.
yeah.
Well,
But
anyway,
this is one of my favorite pens. Yeah. Very good flow.
and you don't mind us letting know how people can find you on Instagram, do you?
Yeah. Of course not. It's Tristor Blue is my
T,
name at the.
Trist,
Yeah.
yeah, Tristor Blue,
Yeah.
TristorBlue on Instagram. And you used to have, when I first met you, they almost everything was black and white.
Yep.
And it was now you have to scroll way back to get black and white again.
Yep.
But
Yep.
I hope you get back to black and white. Those are my colors.
Yeah.
Okay, are we ready to start, Mr. Tristor?
Yes. Yes. I think so.
So we'll do the guy in the jock strap, right?
Yep.
When he's wearing
Yeah,
blue.
yeah, leaning on the mirror or the
Or
bathroom
he's in
sink.
front of
Yeah,
on the sink, yeah,
yeah,
facing.
yeah,
So I'm gonna draw sort of how I normally would draw in pencil. Um, and I it's so odd. I draw in so many different ways, and I'm gonna later draw the same image um, using my iPad, and you'll see how differently I draw. And so the first thing I see, Tristor, when I'm looking at him, is that little triangle right there between his nips,
yeah,
because it's like the light brightest spot surrounded by dark. and then
Yeah.
right here you have a nip, and right here you have a nip.
Yeah.
And so that sort of is lining everything up with me.
Yeah. Well,
And
I usually start just doing some outlines, like getting the
okay, okay.
proportions right, and then I'll start thinking about the values.
Yeah, even with your bathroom sketches, your bathroom
Yeah.
selfie, you do the same thing. Yeah, I I sometimes do that, uh, and I in other times I just go right to the good part.
Mm.
Or someone, one of my friends calls it the hot spot, and the hot spot is for me is always the brightest light and the darkest dark. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's sort of where my eye just aims, and it could be, the this part of his nose. It could be the he sort of his head is almost in silhouette here. There's a little bright ridge around the skull, and then you have this great white patch there. When you draw the way I draw without mapping it out the way Tristor's doing it, I often run out of room, and I'm just like, oh, where the hell is the legs going to go? Or how come his arm is so
Mm.
short? Or whatever. Because I don't measure enough. But I mean, I find that kind of stuff boring. When I'm drawing a
Mm.
building with the urban sketchers, they're
Yeah.
counting how many windows, are in how many panes
I
of glass
think
are in each window. I
I
thought,
think that's irrelevant. I think that's irrelevant though.
yeah, I just
Uh,
go right at something. Like, God, you don't have time for that. This is a sketch. This isn't
yeah.
this isn't rendering. The get to the point of the drawing. And
Uh,
um, there's the jock strap. Um, it's interesting watching your. I mean, you are. Yeah, no, I see what you're doing.
let's see then. So, uh, I just have this very limited palette at the moment.
Yep.
I can use, but I think I'm still trying to. Let's see how funky this goes. Uh,
Well, having limited things is kind of fun sometimes because
yeah,
you discover, oh my God, what am I supposed to do with this?
yeah.
Uh, one of my fellow art teachers in college, he ran the did art. He was a grad student. He had to teach undergrads as part of learning, and he the first day of his first drawing class, he had everyone draw using the same medium. And what he chose something that no one had ever drawn with before. So everyone was on an equal footing. And do you know what he chose people to draw with?
Please tell me.
He
What
he
was it?
bought he bought a bunch of hot dogs and ketchup.
Oh,
So
perfect.
so
Yeah,
it was
I should do.
limp hot dogs
Mm-hmm.
and ketchup. And I think limp hot dogs and tempera paint would have been better. Yeah, but anyway, it was just you. Everyone had the same tool, and it was kind of fun. I think.
Yeah.
Um, so when you saw this guy's profile, is he from Australia? I forget. You remember?
No, I didn't pay attention to that.
His if he likes the drawings we do, I'll post them and I'll put a link to his page. Uh, he certainly likes showing off.
Mm,
Uh, and that's another thing about, when you're drawing people that aren't models or aren't muscular
mm.
uh, specimens of what most people think is attractive. Um, and you do a beautiful drawing of someone that maybe doesn't think they're attractive, and they look at it and they say, "Oh my God, is that me?" Yep,
Yeah,
you.
that's what happens. That's what's happening with the bathroom selfies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they see that.
Once there was this very like classically very handsome and muscular guy,
Yeah.
uh, and also very well endowed, but
Okay.
but w when he submitted his photo for the project, uh, he was like a man of very few words. Only like, okay, here's my photo. I want to take part and go
That was it.
and draw it.
Yeah.
And then when it was his turn and I finished the sketch, he was like, "Oh my God, is it me? Is this how you see me? Uh, like, thank you so much." And I was very worried to like I almost didn't take part because I was so nervous about sharing my photo and that was kind of like a very big lesson for me to really appreciate for first and foremost really appreciate the fact that people are sending me and trusting me with these images, but
Yeah.
also the way we think about our own body, it doesn't usually have anything to do with how we look in other people's eyes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
No, I've learned from my drawing of guys that I've learned that, first of all, for any body type, there's probably 10 people waiting in line to admire you up close,
yeah, yes,
regardless of what it is. Because, some
yeah,
people look at their bodies and they say, I'm too skinny, or I'm too fat, or I'm too hairy, or I'm not hairy enough.
mm.
And, and they, well, luckily you don't have to have sex with yourself. There's a bunch of
Yeah,
people that would
yeah. If
love
you don't
that.
like your own body, yeah,
But,
yeah.
but there are people that really find any body type attractive. It
And
doesn't
then
have,
y-
oh, sorry.
yes, and then there's also people who find like it might be a little bit of cliche, but there really are people that the looks isn't even important. It's the dynamics or whatever
Yes.
when you meet each other.
Okay, I'm going to switch gears to a different medium. Let's
Mm.
see. I'm using this. And Levin, are you still in the room? Or GoRo, are you still in the room? Because I will use either one of your pens to do the same drawing, but in a different
Mm.
style. So let's see who.
Yeah, I'm still working on this first one.
Well,
You're so
I've
you're
been here.
so fast.
Well, I didn't bother to draw the hands. I left all the hard.
Yeah.
I left the hard parts for. So I'm going to use this pen of Levin's, and he was under the impression that there was a piece. Oh, I see. There is a piece. There. This did have a clip at one point in its life. Um, but I think all the parts are here. All the various elements of this pen are here, but it is missing the clip. So I'm just going to dip this in ink rather than filling it. And I'm going to draw the same figure. I'm using this very slick paper, so I have no idea what this is going to be like. Uh, and I'm drawing it very differently than I just drew the other one. I'm going to use a very tried and true technique of using my finger to smear stuff around. You ever do that, Tristor? You're probably too neat and
I don't.
tidy.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I'm not neat and tidy, but I don't smear the markers. They dry so quickly.
Okay.
But if I work with charcoal or some pastels, of course I smear. So.
Actually, I really, really love this pen, but I really, really don't like this paper because it's so slick. The
Hmm.
ink I mean, sometimes I'll show you a different paper in a second that's equally sort of slick, but it's not so slippery. Uh, and what's the difference between slippery and slick? I don't quite know, but um, I mean, slippery is for me. It's hard to control the pen because the pen slides too easily.
Hmm.
Where uh, slick is just very smooth, and
Yep.
I also draw uh, on paint chips, paint sample chips, Tristor.
Mm,
There's a
yeah.
bunch of people in my building that are architects,
Yeah.
and they have large paint swatches that they show clients,
Yeah.
and you're actually drawing on silk screened paint. So you're
Mm,
drawing a layer of paint with your pen, and sometimes it's fun. So here's some of that. Uh, this color is called Forest Frolic.
mm,
This color is White Russian. I'll use White Russian. So I think here, using Levin's pen still, um, here the and I'm drawing with this pen very differently than I might because I'm just barely letting the pen touch. And because I'm using a different tool, I'm also looking at the drawing differently, looking at the subject differently, deciding I don't want to draw it the same way I do it with the pencil. I'm going to try to find some other way to illustrate it. Um, so, are you still doing the bathroom selfies, Tristor?
yeah. Slowly but surely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've got volume two coming out sometime soon.
Uh, uh, I'm aiming to get it ready this year at some point.
Okay. You only have
Yeah.
the one volume, so
Yes. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I still have plenty of illustrations because there's 72 on each volume. So
Okay.
I think I'm halfway done, but I really need to step up to get it done. Yeah. But it's always good to eh, like have the goal to have something new to sell on Christmas or for holiday markets. So
Okay.
that's maybe my goal.
Now, do you have any other other than commissions and other than your actual job, but do you have other art projects you're working on that deal with the
Well,
figures?
there is one group exhibition coming in Helsinki in
Okay.
June for
Uh,
Pride Month. But and then there's some exhibitions. Actually, there's Tomo Finland Foundation has this like retrospective
okay.
exhibition starting. I think it's next week in Los Angeles. There's a couple of pieces of mine there. So there's like little things here and little things there. So, but I
Uh,
think the I'm planning to make some new work for the Helsinki exhibition
oh,
on
great.
June. So that's kind of why next big thing.
Oh, great. Levin just asked a question, and now
Yeah.
that I looked at his question, I'm just gonna. So this is the very fine line work I'm using on this, which is a very strange way for me to draw. So you've turned this person jaundice. He has a severe case of jaundice. You gave, but that's okay. Uh, I love that though. So anyway, Levin asked you a question. He didn't
Yeah.
want to interrupt, but would you ask Tristor what his educational journey looked like, art related
Educational.
or in art
Yeah.
related or in general? He asks.
So I have masters of art in art and design, and my main subject in university was art education. So I'm an art trained and qualified art teacher. But of course, on the side, I have done illustration work for a couple magazines and some book covers and something like that also. But after the basic education in Finland, I went to this like high school that I had like it was like had this like visual art emphasis, or how do you say it, they in our school we had more like art programs, so I could choose more visual arts, and after that I applied for the art university, University of Art and Design in Helsinki, so then I got in. So I don't have like a fine arts degree, but I have like art and design and art teacher um, qualifications from university.
And I have a question about
Yeah,
art teacherness. Is
yeah.
your I'm going to now draw on my iPad. Uh, your the same image on the iPad, so I'm going to turn off the light here so it's easy to see.
Yeah.
Um, so you're teaching students. Does that
Yeah.
how much fun is that? Oops.
Yeah, I really like teaching. Like
Okay.
my day job is also art teaching, so so that's kind of my main income at the moment.
Okay.
Um, yeah, but it's great to it's also like I feel like I'm learning about creative processes and making art and the craft of it. Like every day. When I'm teaching, I have to know what I'm teaching, sort of. So
Uh,
it keeps my point of view fresh,
yeah.
and then I do like to work with people. So it's great to have like good conversations about art and creative work, and with the age group that I work with, I really have to encourage them to fail and learn from their mistakes. So
And how?
it's
What is the age group?
It's like a basic education, like upper secondary school. So they're like teenagers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's and their interest. I mean, younger kids are delightful because they haven't learned how to fuck up yet. You know.
Yeah.
But do you find that there's some students that think they know way too much already and they just
Not 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 these. Like they're from 13 to 16 years old,
okay, so
most of
they're
them. So they, but the thing is with that age group is that they some of them don't. They are afraid of making mistakes. Like
I see.
if I would teach younger kids, then they are the like very adventurous ones. They really get excited easily
Uh-huh.
and like that. But these like a bit older kids, they tend to need very like much encouragement
Uh-huh.
to to start and kind of have the fear of the blank page. I don't know if
Uh,
you have that if you have that saying in English, but like fear of the blank page.
well, I have that fear of any blank piece of paper or like and that's often why I like drawing on pieces of paper I find in the dumpster, you know, where
Yeah,
I'm saving a piece of paper uh,
yeah,
from
it's already used. So
it's already
if you
fucked up.
fail, it's not. Yeah, yeah.
So and I also like well, I mean it's I also enjoy using the what might be on the paper or the shape of the paper or the shape of the frame I'm making something for um, to inspire what goes in it. I
Hmm.
do that. Um, so here I'm drawing very differently. I'm drawing in lots of different triangles. Sort of is how I see it when I draw things on the iPad. Uh, uh, looking at the negative space, as they call it.
Mm-hmm.
That's important. That that often really helps um, to map out the figure to make sure you have enough room for
Mm-hmm.
everything. Is saying, okay, well, how big is that space between the arm and the waist? How big is that, you know, space between the fingers? It's really hard drawing the hand, but if you are just drawing the shape of the space between the fingers, maybe that makes it easier, you know?
Mm.
So, when are you going to visit me again, Tristor?
Well, I need the funds to get a plane
Funds to do.
ticket. Yeah, but
Well,
also, of course, I have some concerns. I don't want to go too far into politics here, but there's also some concerns traveling to your home country at the moment. So
yes, it is very scary. If I, you buy a burner phone, you
yeah,
get a, you get a new
yeah,
passport. You don't
yeah,
have any bathroom selfies on your inbox.
yeah, yeah. I visited last year
Yeah,
in California, in LA.
yeah.
And I did delete all my photos from my phone and all like file service apps
Uh,
and all social media apps for entering the country. So it felt kind of weird to do that, but I felt that was like necessary for me to do to get in.
well, I think that's wise, and um, I think you're a smart guy. That because
I
um,
tried to be. I tried to be.
and I I think I once knew how old you were, and you don't have to tell the audience how old you are, but if you want to tell the audience how old you are, that would be nice.
Well, I'm 41 at the moment.
Oh, you
T
look like
tur
you're you
tur
look like you're
tur
20.
turning 42 in a week or two. So
Well,
getting there, getting there.
did you always think that you were going to sort of be doing what you're doing now, or was there a uh, was there? Did you think you were going to be a world famous fine artist and then went into teaching, or did you always want to teach? And
Um, I think the teaching part, like it was a like a how do you say it? It was the reasonable thing to do to get it like a proper profession, like a teacher.
okay,
First and then that's also something my mom said, like first you get a first you graduate and then you can be a teacher and then you can pursue like more like risky things and
risky occupations, and then
risky
and then
occupation, yeah.
I'm gonna pretend I'm your mother. And when are
Yeah,
you gonna find a nice girl?
yeah.
Did you
That's
did
another
you
question.
did you
No,
always have that?
no. When I came out to my mom, she was like, basically like, finally, I know since you were 10.
Well,
Yeah, I just wanted you to figure it out yourself.
good.
Yeah, yeah.
I know there's a
So
lot of. I mean, I that was very traumatic for me.
yeah,
I I told I came out of the closet to my parents before I had even gone in the closet. I was a
yeah,
virgin at that time, and I just was sort of so frightened, not about necessarily what they would think, but this was again a lot. This was 20 years before you were dealing with it, and
yeah,
and I think Europe is a much more reasonable place to live as a gay person than the United States of America. Okay, let's
yeah,
zoom in on your. I keep Tristor. I keep on doing this when I'm using a piece of paper to zoom in, and it doesn't
yeah.
work.
Actually, I think I need the white marker now because I would rather have that highlight over there
The,
too.
the highlight on the chin,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
under part of the chin. Yeah, this is what's really fun about this particular picture we're drawing is is the light that's happening all around the outline of his head. You sort of see it certainly on the back of his neck and the back of his scalp.
Yeah.
It's
And the nose, I kind of messed up with the nose, but yeah.
so if we zoom in on your drawing, if you just zoom in on any part of it, let's say the jock strap, you have what looks to be fur on the
Yeah.
legs,
Mm-hmm.
fur on the arms, and you can count how many hair follicles he has. There's 28. I counted them already. And I love that about people that do cartoons or
Mm.
where there's this shorthand that they use to show a hairy chest. Sometimes it's a one curl like that,
Mm-hmm.
and and sometimes it's more sophisticated, like how you draw. And so it's just really really neat to see. And then now you're going in with a different color green.
Mm.
Um, um, oh, my press home to open. There we go. Now there he is. He's back. I'm going to now add. I'm going to pretend I'm Tristor.
Yeah.
I'm going to get my pen tool out, and I'm going to draw a bunch of lines. See what happens with this. No, it's not working. There's another artist in my building who I'd like to draw with you sometime. He's willing to do a live sketch with me, a live thing with me. He's a cartoonist, or he writes books, cartoon books, comics rather.
Mm-hmm.
He's really really good. He's never taken an art class in his life, and he's just, I think you'd really like his work. And it would be fun maybe to have both of you draw together sometime, or
Mm.
even he and I drawing sometime. Um, let's see if there's any other uh, questions we have. Um, anyone have questions for Tristor? Uh, okay. Levin says, guess that age you are not only confronted with the kid, but also with their, as Hesse says, eggshells and parts of the parents that they'll eventually leave behind or carry along. So
Mm.
he's quoting Hermann Hesse,
Mm-hmm.
uh, related to teaching, he's talking about.
Yeah.
And uh, I'm going to ask Levin this. He doesn't have to answer now, but can I share with Tristor some of your drawings and your sculpture, or not? Levin has removed himself from some social media, so I don't think he
Yeah.
has Facebook or Instagram at the moment. So he may decide against that, but we'll find out. Um, I'm sure that Dr. Cesar and Mary will enjoy watching us draw here. Uh,
I hope so, and I assume they will. Very nice people, very good people.
they're lovely
Yeah.
people.
Yep.
I met Dr. Shivara through I think initially he found me to uh, update or yeah revise his business card because he was retired from uh, one element of his pediatric
Mm,
profession. So I had to do some, taking some of the words out and doing this, and I suggested
yeah.
changing this or that, um, and then he really liked pens, and so I started selling him pens, and he he's such a treat, and I got to meet his wife when I was out there the year I met you, Tristor,
Mm,
but it was and they had already seen your work and they bought some pieces of yours.
yes.
And uh, this is even before I got there. So I had asked Mary, I said, well, do you have a picture of the piece you bought from Tristor? Because I hadn't even seen what you were doing there. And she said, well, I don't have a picture of it on my phone. Just a minute. Let me call the maid. So we're all
Yes.
sitting outside under the umbrella at the hotel talking about pens, and suddenly Mary starts cackling, and she said, I just asked my she asked the maid, she said, go into my study and take a picture of the naked man.
Yes.
so,
Yeah, that's a sentence to say to
so
your staff. Yeah.
to your staff. And
No,
anyway, so she took a
that's
picture of the
fun.
naked
That's
man,
so
which
fun.
was your drawing.
Yeah.
Uh, and I don't remember what it looked like now, but we all had such a good time laughing
Yeah.
again. Um, and then
Yeah, such lovely
she and
people.
Cesar and their daughter came out here to Boston a couple of months ago. Let's
Yeah, really.
October, I think it was. And she was just we had the best time. We just laughed and laughed and laughed, and it was really really fun. I'm
How
looking forward
lovely.
to going out there maybe next year for the pen show, and maybe
Yeah,
staying with my friend Cedar
yeah.
in Ventura, and with Otto in LA, my pen collector
Mm.
friend Otto, and also hopefully with Mary and Dr. Cesar. So
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, Mary and Cesar also visited Helsinki the year that I was doing my residency. Like later, after my residency, I had
yeah,
come to home already, and I had just rented my first studio, artist studio,
uh-huh,
and they contacted me like, we're coming to Finland, so do you have any recommendations? And then I said like, well, you can always visit my studio. So it was so lovely for them to uh, take the taxi and drive to my studio from their hotel, and I could show them my new work, and it was so nice.
it
Yeah,
was
that's one thing that I really loved about the residency. So I could meet all these lovely people,
yeah.
like also of course people who like my art and connect with that, but also other friends and collaborations and other artists. So it was a really nice time
It
there.
was neat that when I got a text from Cesar, and he said, we're getting on a plane to go to Finland to see the Tom of Finland Museum. And
Oh.
I immediately panicked because I didn't think there is such a thing. So I texted
No, unfortunately there isn't.
and I said to Trista, is there something there? She said, well, no, there isn't. And so I texted Cesar back, and he said, "Well, it's too late. We're already on the plane." And I said, "Well, maybe you can meet up with Tristor there." So I
Yeah.
asked you if they could meet you, and thankfully they did. But
Yeah, that
I
worked
just
out.
think it was really really funny that they automatically assumed that there was going to be a museum,
Yeah.
and
There was this big exhibition like a
yeah.
couple of years ago.
Well,
Uh,
maybe
but
maybe
but
that's what
yeah,
they saw online, but
yeah,
didn't realize it was just a,
yeah.
a one-off sort of a
Yep.
thing.
Yeah.
So, but I'm glad that they met you and they had fun, and I think they went to other
Yeah.
places
Yeah, they did. I'm
in
sure they did.
Europe.
Yeah.
So Levin said, yes, I can share Levin's work with you, Tristor, uh,
Great.
um, but uh, uh, I only if I don't praise it. He emphasized that it's on a journey, and it's a process. Uh, Nobody's ever finished, but much of my stuff and studies of practice. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's Levin is I don't remember how old he is. He might want to say how old he is here, but he's younger than you and a
Mm.
hell of younger than I am. And he's, I think, entering in on this desire to learn woodworking. He's
Mm.
22. He's 22.
Yeah.
So if you and he add up your ages, you're still not as old as I am. So, but he's very smart for wise, I should say, for someone who's
20.
only
Mm.
22. He seems
Yeah.
very sensible about that. I mean, so many people when they're 22, they think they already know everything and they've got their path all laid out. They're gonna, and I'm
Yeah.
glad. That's nice when you have people that admit that this is a journey.
Yes. And
I was going.
that's a good way of getting disappointed.
Okay.
If
Levin just asked me not to stop praising him. I'm sorry, Levin.
yeah, but
Um,
of course, as a teacher, as an art teacher, I know it's a journey, and the artist never thinks they're ready. So
well,
I understand how it goes.
Well, there are so many people that I've lived with in my artist building that think they are the best thing that ever happened, and that
Really,
they don't take any criticism. That's not
maybe I just
entirely true.
maybe that's my thing. I assume people, everyone's as humble as I am.
Well, I think I think uh, you seem very confident with your art and with your what you're doing, Trister. So you can be humble, but it's not out of shyness um, or doubt of
Mm.
your what you are doing. Um, are you going to draw the back of his head in the back in the mirror? I'm wondering.
Mm, I was thinking about it, but there's still space for it.
I know. You
Yeah,
see a little bit of
but I didn't draw his back.
his back there.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe I
Well,
could draw it. Yeah, it's like
well, you don't have to. I
something
think it's
something
fine.
like that. Yeah,
I
there
mean,
it is.
you and I know, you and I know it's a mirror,
Yeah.
and it it it's clearly a mirror in the photograph,
Mm-hmm.
but in that picture, without the reflection, it looks like it might be just a window, which is fine too.
Yeah. Yep.
Imagine, wouldn't it be nice if it was a window and you lived next door? You could look through with your
Sure.
telescope.
Sure. But I wouldn't have the need for a telescope. I would ask him to pose for me live. So.
Okay. And he would, I'm sure, say yes. Um, Levin, if you will still talk to me, do you have any other questions you'd like to ask Tristor? Levin can ask me anything he wants at any time, but
Mm.
Tristor, this has been 7 years in the making, and hopefully it'll be
We're
easier for you to do this another time. Uh,
yes. Yeah. Now that we've done it once, it's easy
to do it the second.
easy. Yeah. Yeah. I bet.
And drawing with pens, with your fountain pens might be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Again,
Yeah.
you do draw with many media and
Mm-hmm.
pencil, colored pencil, marker, pen and ink, ink wash. Do you do
Hmm.
watercolor at all, or is
I've
that
done that more recently. Yeah, yeah.
I
But I feel like I'm still learning learning that.
well
Yeah.
I tried with inspired by uh, one of the people that's watching us now.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to be praising anyone, but I was inspired by uh, some of Levin's watercolors. I thought, I I love watercolors, but I I'm scared to death of them, and they all
What's
disappoint.
what is it about them that you're scared?
I'm too impatient. I don't mix the colors first. You know,
Hmm.
I I'm so what I've been doing. I've been taking only two watercolor colors with me,
Hmm.
and I just use the two watercolors. And I also draw with pen and ink first, so the ink dissolves a little bit. So there's sort of three colors,
Mm.
and it would be a blue and an orange or some sort of watercolor. Is that a watercolor?
Yeah, this is a watercolor,
Wow.
but this is also like a I pre-mix the colors and it's a little bit too much like a coloring book thing for me. So I have blocked like these values and like shapes,
Okay.
but also like maybe this is like old piece. This is from 2022,
Okay.
but I would love to do like more layers on layers and
Yeah.
f find kind of that part of watercolor
Yeah.
painting.
I watch people do watercolor tutorials, and painting wet on wet, wet on dry. Do this, do
Mm.
that, and they start with this wash, and then they add another little wash, and then it dries, and it looks like they
Hmm. Hmm.
haven't done a goddamn thing. It's just this big wash of nothing, and and then they let it dry, and they do it again. I don't have time. I'm
Yeah,
impatient. I
yeah.
guess.
I also prefer like mediums that are media that are dry quickly, like acrylics and inks and markers.
Uh-huh.
So that pace is more like my game, I
Uh-huh.
think.
I'm gonna Levin, are you still here?
So here's another black and white
Oh, okay.
thing. So there's like the hairs and moles even on his skin and the
Hairs and
stubble.
mold, yeah, and stubble.
Yeah,
And
yeah, no tattoos, but yeah.
do you have one that has the tattoos and the fur and the everything?
Mm,
Because
I was trying to find one, but I couldn't at the moment, but I can still try to find
I'll get
something.
I'll find one on your feed, I think,
Yeah.
and I'll make sure I'll I'll censor the dirty
Mhm.
bit.
Actually,
Uh,
I have the original of your.
oh, there I am.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
the
look at
original.
well,
I thought
sometimes
that I thought I sent it to you, but it's here.
well, I love to have it there if it makes you think of me once in a while. That would be fine, but I'd also love to have the original sometime. I did get some originals from you uh,
Mm,
that we drew in California.
yeah.
Um, I'm just looking through your drawings here, and there's this. Here's a beautiful ink wash. I think you did this in
Mm,
California, didn't you?
yeah, I did. Yeah,
Huh?
couple of Finnish bears. Yeah,
Finished bears.
yeah.
Um, I what's fun about your bathroom selfies is just you
Hmm.
capture the goofiness of the people that are doing this too. Uh, um, uh, Levin says that the questions that he has for you will pop up as soon as this ends. But Levin, I promise to send the questions to Tristor, and he can respond uh, at some time when he wants to. This is nice. This one, and
Yeah,
and
I really loved how like all the different reds. are working together.
Yeah,
Mm.
and all of these little worms crawling along his leg there.
Yeah, that can happen.
That can happen. But the I'm trying to find one that has a tattoo. Uh, oh, here's a guy with a tattoo. So
Yeah.
and fur and tattoos.
Yep. Yeah.
Um,
Well, the thing is, I tend not to think like I think in values. So
uh-huh.
I draw what I see, and I don't kind of pick and choose like, okay, now I'm drawing tattoos, now I'm drawing hair.
Yeah.
Like I tend to just think values and details
Okay.
and shapes, and then trust that it will look good.
It's just so interesting though, looking at the ones you have here, especially the ones in color, is
Mm,
the colors you choose. You're purposefully choosing purple, or here's another tattoo and fur. So you're using magenta, green, gray, and red.
mm.
None of those colors existed on that human. Not a
But
not a single.
that's another thing. Like I think it would be like it's not interesting for me to copy the colors I see
Yeah.
because it's more interesting to pick colors that I feel in the photo or feel uh, in the energy of the model or whatever. So that's how I pick and choose the colors to my marker drawings.
This is a rather racy drawing.
Yeah, yeah, it's still
I would
censored. It's
would
still
love to have you.
censored. So
I would love to have you send me the uncensored version just to
yeah,
see what I'm missing,
just to study a
just
bit.
to study it. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
um, but look, oh, here's a close up again. Look at that. It's just if my friend Matt were here, Matt, my neighbor, his job, he's retired now, but he uh, repaired, restored stained glass windows, and he
Uh,
would just love that image right there. It
yeah,
looks like a stained glass window.
yeah. When I was doing this black and white, like I started when I started to use the name Tristor and I started to post this online,
Yeah,
this is the style that I was doing first.
yeah,
And here you can see the white on black. So I really like this is way much like slower technique. So
uh-huh,
first I blocked the shadows with like full on black
yeah.
um, shapes, and then I did did some details like black on white and then white on black.
And those
So
those those lines in this case represent a tattoo, I presume.
I think they're here.
Okay, and then
Yeah,
just
but
red.
they can be seen as tattoos. But also I made the shapes of the highlights and the lighter areas to look like tribal tattoos.
Yeah, okay,
So
maybe
so
that's
some
yeah,
people yeah so some people might think that like are these like highlights or tattoos or what are
yeah.
these shapes? Especially if you zoom in, you don't even realize it's a
No, no, yeah.
torso at all. It's like this
It's
abstract.
some of your drawings
Mm,
of that era remind me of the World War I battleships that had the camouflage painting. You know
hmm
those?
hmm
You know those?
Yeah, I've seen those like the zebra
Yeah.
ships.
I
Yeah.
love this is one of my favorite drawings of yours is this
hmm
one. And
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I took this when I
Bubble bath.
animated it. Remember? I think I
Yeah.
took this and then I made three frames and then just moved the bubbles around. I think
Yeah.
Miss Marilyn Darling has joined us, and Ms. Marilyn loves your work.
Oh, thank you so much.
Um, and especially this pencil drawing you did of um, it's relatively recent history in your thing. It was
Ah.
it was an upper torso left
Like a color
right.
pencil drawing.
Yeah, two color pencils. Left arm was raised up above the head.
Yeah.
Um, uh, this one,
Oh yeah.
she loved that one. Is that
Yeah.
from
That
Cope?
I think that's a statue in Denmark, in Copenhagen, in one
Okay,
museum. I
okay.
think it was. Yeah.
Um,
I can't find. But you could, like, there's actually only few models with tattoos. so
okay,
but maybe it's the idea. There could be a tattoo somewhere here.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just browsing through my portfolio,
Well,
uh, and
I've
trying to
seen a
find
lot of
out.
I've seen a lot of your drawings that do have clearly tattoos on them, and
Yeah,
I've drawn tattooed
yeah.
guys a lot as well, and I find it not difficult drawing hairy guys that have tattoos. That's where
Uh,
it's like juggling too many balls in the air. So
oh, now we're going like to the memory lane, down the memory lane. Like these are one of the first images of photos online that I started to do this, like male figure. But
okay,
this is like a pencil pencil drawing.
uh-huh.
Yeah, this was even before the black and white marker stuff. So
Here's your version of the Apollo Belvedere, kind of,
yeah, mm-hmm.
except a little bit more beefier.
Raunchy.
Well, not any more raunchy. It was pretty raunchy to begin with.
Yeah.
Now this bathroom selfie is just a little bit too much information.
I have, yeah, that's exactly like there's a story behind that one
Uh-huh.
because when I posted that one, I was thinking like, okay, I don't even have to censor it, and I
Uh-huh.
just put it online, and that's the only bathroom selfie that some of my followers
Thought was
commented
too, they,
negatively. They had problem, and do you know where from were those followers from
the,
which country?
from the United States of America.
Yes, exactly. Like that is such a normal, mundane image for me as a Finnish person. Like everybody has to, sit on a
We
toilet. So
yes.
it's like, okay, it's okay to be like sexual and erotic and hint of something like have a bulge or something like that. That's okay for an American audience, but just a person doing some mundane stuff like having
Flossing their teeth or having
yeah,
oral.
sit. Well, maybe flossing is something that you can, but sitting on a stool in a toilet, that was like there was two or three persons like after a minute I posted it was this is too much, like you've gone too far. Like I was, what is this thing? And now you said this is too much information. Yeah, but
No,
that's how we are. We are from different cultures. That's only
no.
how it
I
is.
was. In my case, I was joking. Oh, here's here's hair and tattoo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I even drew them with the same color, same marker,
Yeah,
so they're kind of equal in the image.
and I
Yeah,
love the fact that again you have the hair look like it's sparkly and lit up, like
yeah,
the guy we just drew had that going on. So it
yeah.
is.
And that is something that I had to learn. Like if it like when you're working with markers, if you add it on the paper, you can't get it off. So if there is something light there, if the hair is sparkling, if it's wet or something like that, you have to leave some white spots there to
Oops.
represent.
Oop, I almost showed too
Whoopsie!
much.
Oh
But
oh oh oh!
fun. Fun
Whoopsie!
is fun. But that's fun with the garters and
Yeah.
the girdle and garters. Did he think he was too fat? Is that the idea? He has to have a girders and garters. That's just to hold up the fishnet stocking, I guess.
Yeah, it's like the feminine, like stockings. Yeah.
So, Ms. Marilyn Darling wants to know whether you are going to the Los Angeles, California Pen Show. which is happening next week or something. And no, he's not.
No,
Right? No, no.
no. I don't have the means to travel to states all that often, so the tickets, the flight tickets from Finland are so expensive. And also, earlier I told that I work as a teacher, so I have my obligations at work, so I cannot leave.
This is beautiful.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
just
that's watercolor. Yeah, I
yeah.
actually had the original with me just now. I almost showed it on the live,
Okay.
so it's
No,
it's still here. Yeah,
that's that's
yeah.
beautiful. Yeah, and again, how you how you put the colors together and look at the whiteout lines you crosshatch lines you made. It's just they're really beautiful, Tristor. You know.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Um,
I really
uh,
appreciate the compliments. You can compliment me as much as you like.
okay. Oh, here's the drawing you did of the sculptor.
Yeah,
Remember him?
yeah, I do remember it.
He is one of the most talented sculptors I know of, and lost wax process he uses, and just
Mm.
amazing stuff. Did you see his artwork or not? Did I show you?
I think I've seen it, but I can't recall it right
Uh,
now. Here is something that I really like to do sometimes when I'm working with a live model. So I have these like brushes and like different inks. So really like coarse.
yeah, no, they're beautiful. I
Yeah.
they're those that's live models, and you have maybe 2 minutes to do that or something. Is that one of those kind of quick
Yeah,
poses?
that's a 3 minute three
Okay.
minute sketch. Yeah.
No, he lives in Finland, Ms. Marilyn. He just happened
Yeah.
to be in California for 3 months when I met him there. Um,
And this
I
is
think
also a fun way to first draw with a fountain pen and then with just paintbrush and some
water, the watercolor.
water
Yeah,
to wash. Yeah, to wash and give the shades and the shadows like
the,
and the
the,
form like more depth.
yeah.
Um,
I do that a lot with the drawings I have.
mm.
Um, so Tristor, this was a lot of fun. My all my batteries are now dying on me. Um,
Yeah.
would you like to turn the camera around and wave and show people your pretty face, or is that
Yeah.
fine?
I'll just need to go to the settings, I suppose, and change the camera angle.
I'll do the
Uh,
same thing. I'll do the front camera.
whoop.
Look, there,
Yeah.
there we go. I try to make it look like we have this where it's the same distance apart here. There we go. Now it looks like we're almost sitting side by side.
Yes, almost. Yeah.
Sometimes I do this, Tristor, when I'm doing this with people. I'll take my hand like this,
Yeah.
and I'll reach behind you. So you take your hand and have it hit your shoulder like it's my hand. You can't. It's hard to do. What?
Well,
There we
huh.
go. Yes. Anyway, it takes practice to do, to make it.
Yeah, or we could,
We can pretend
make
that we're
one hand.
one
Yeah.
one hand with two thumbs.
Yeah. Yeah, like an artist hand. Yeah.
Anyway, this was a lot of fun. It's fun seeing you smile, and your
Yeah.
mustache. You have to get out that wax. Your mustache is not as curled as it usually.
No, 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 no. Yeah.
You have
Actually, I have it also shorter than the last time we saw.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you're inside the house wearing a coat and a hat.
Yeah, yeah, my studio isn't that warm. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, this was really fun. So Tristor, let's do this more quickly next time.
Yeah.
You get your pens ready,
Mm,
and we'll. I pick the model this time. You get to pick the model the next time.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Bye
Be,
now.
be safe. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Everyone. I'll turn this off. That's it. End stream. There we go.